subject for tonight is immigration. And keep in mind, like I said, I'm using these videos as a kind of like a journal, as a journey. I'm documenting my journey to have a better understanding and have an open mind about the world today and tomorrow, wherever that may hold. Okay. So when I say these things, these are thoughts I'm having. I'm not picking on any particular group. I'm not calling out any particular group. I'm not trying to start no beef. Don't want no smoke. None of that. These are just thoughts I have, and I'm documenting them and trying to get opinions in order to gain different perspectives on the thoughts I have. Okay. All that being said, here's my thing about immigration. From everything that I've been taught and everything that I've learned in school, everything that we're principled on as Americans, everything that this country has been built on, the policies that we still follow today, the legislation that we still follow today, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the amendments, were all put into place and conceived and signed by immigrants. The original 13 colonies were all colonized by immigrants. The only original people here were the Indians. I'm not going to call them Native Americans, and I'm going to get on that in a minute. I'm not going to call them Native Americans. I'm going to call them Indians, because there's always a reminder attached. And what I mean by that is, in today's society, there's always a reminder of immigration attached. Examples: African American, Asian American, Latin American. There is always some type of label of immigration attached, unless you're Caucasian. Like, you don't find a lot of European Americans, you don't find a lot of Australian Americans, you don't find a lot of Norwegian Americans. They're Americans, but they might be Norwegian. They're Americans, but they might be Australian. The only ones that are attached that name are, like I said, African Americans, Latin Americans, Asian Americans, so on and so forth. And I find that so interesting, because we are a nation of immigrants. This country was founded and developed by immigrants. Everybody here are immigrants. But the only reason why I think you would find offense to that is because you think so negatively of immigrants that you find it offensive. The only people that was here was the Indians. Like, we call this the United States of America, but I'm sure at some point the Indians called it home. To the Indians, the name of this land was home. We came over here and called it the United States of America. And like I said, I'm thinking about this as an intellectual. I am doing my research, I am getting facts, and I'm making a hypothesis based off the facts that I'm researching. And bottom line is, we are all immigrants or descendants of immigrants. So the only reason why you might have offense to that is because you think so negatively of immigrants that you hate to be called it. Because eventually you're trying to forget it. Because like I said, everybody else is called African American, Latin American, Asian American, but the only ones that are not called something American are Caucasians. They're American, but they're from another country. So I get the feeling that maybe you're trying to forget that or erase that. There is even a book. There is a book right now in New York, Ellis Island, that is a book of immigrants. It's a historic artifact. It's a historic artifact of a book of immigrants that came here on a boat and signed that book. That is a part of our history that we are actively protecting. And it's a book. Somebody in this country, a lot of people in this country can find a descendant that signed that book. But I'm not understanding the problem with immigrants. Now, the reason why I say that is because let's take, now like I said, I'm not picking on any group. I'm not trying to start a fight. I'm not saying anything insulting. But let's take the neo-Nazis. Now, as far as I know, Nazis, or the idea of Nazis, pretty much the theory of Nazis, or the belief of Nazis, originated in Germany. I'm not saying all Germans think like that. All I'm saying is it originated in Germany. So neo-Nazis in this country are fighting for their American right to express the belief of another country that we went to war with. Let me repeat that. As a neo-Nazi, you're fighting for your American right in this country. You're fighting for your American right to express your belief in the ideology of a foreign power that we went to war with. But that's more American than me fighting for my blackness. Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? Like I said, I'm not trying to start nothing. This is not meant to be disrespectful to any one person or the other. These are just things I'm trying to process. Like I said, I'm trying to make this a discussion to better myself. So if you have a comment, share this video, put a like, comment below, let me know what you think. And that's about it.